Well, welcome back and Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us this evening, the first evening of programming for 2021. January the 4th already. We're 4 days into the new year. I hope they have treated you well thus far, and I hope they continue to treat us all better, of course, than did 2020. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and spending a little time with me tonight. As you can well imagine, I'll be playing catch up throughout perhaps the rest of this first week of programming for 2021 after being off for several days over, of course, the new year. With that said, we will talk about COVID updates tonight, state and local, but something non-COVID related. High school basketball tips off tonight. Now, unless you're a family member close family member of one of the players, cheerleaders, dancers, or the like, you're probably not going to get a seat in the stands. We'll tell you how it's going to work for the time being, at least under current KHSAA guidelines, how they are issuing tickets, how many, how it's all going to work as far as the seating arrangement is concerned, how you can watch on Facebook Live, and of course how you can see highlights here on the show as always. But I'll have that for you in just a few moments and a host of other news and information. Weather-wise, there's a rather cold rain that's going to make its way across East Kentucky from southwest to northeast later on tonight. This will, for some, fall as rain, freezing rain, and or some light snow on portions of the higher terrain, mainly in the far southeast late tonight. So keep that in mind. We have pretty much just a chance of some light showers in the mid-30s for nighttime lows. But we'll talk about that in more detail in just a few moments. And then, of course, take a look down or ahead at the rest of your 7-day. I know a number of emergencies over the course of not just the weekend, but today. I know that there were several EMS calls today. One person life flighted for health reasons. I know that there was at least one structure fire over the course of the new year. I'm still trying to get some details on that. I do believe a Montgomery County home destroyed as a result. I'll gather what I can on that. So again, playing catch up for the next several days. But let's go ahead and for now begin with your COVID update, and we'll start with that of the state, where Governor Beshear yesterday reported 2,860 cases, 25 deaths also reported just for Sunday as well. Yesterday's death toll brought the total number to 2,723 as of yesterday for the state of Kentucky, and lives lost. Our positivity rate also is still going up and actually hit its peak yesterday since the pandemic began at 11.1%. With the governor starting off today, or at least working his way into today's data, indicating that it's kind of hard to get a real firm grasp on the data as of this particular hour at this time of day because of course, the holidays and, of course, a lot of testing facilities closed, numbers not being reported. But he did start off today's address promising that 2021 would be a better year, the year that we do win against the coronavirus. He also says it's a year where the second half of the year will, he believes, have greater opportunities than ever imagined for Kentuckians. Of course, prefacing the data, he said that with trends unclear for now in regards to numbers, which are still coming in over the holiday break, we do know that last week was higher than the last two for total case numbers, but still not as high as what we had seen at our peak. Also, that might have something to do with our positivity rate, which, as I just said, did hit its peak during yesterday. But on another serious note, we did start off with the highest Monday ever today.
This is the highest Monday that we've had with 2,319 cases. Again, we'll be watching, especially moving into next week, on how many of these Monday cases may have been backed up in the system from really 2 holiday weekends in a row.
Your local COVID update in just a few moments. The vaccine, the first allotment, just about gone, and hundreds of names already on the waiting list. We also have the number of school personnel who have said they're going to take the vaccine, thus indicating the number of those who are not, and a host of other local updates right after these words. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, Also Griffey approved. If it's not the most wonderful time of the year, it is certainly the second, the annual After Christmas Sale at the Seasonal Shop, where most everything Christmas in the store is at least 50% off, clearance items 75% off, Yonder t-shirts 40% off, Natural Life 40% off, only while it all lasts, and only at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville next to Fraser's Prater Drugstore.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a brand new phone but really don't want to pay hundreds of dollars up front for it? Then Appalachian Wireless has the deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $400 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front, then a few bucks more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay, and it's called the Appalachian Advantage. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. Know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Sayersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Sayersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. Our Public Health Director, Mayor Pete Shepard, is back with us tonight, the first time in, 5 days now. So we have numbers to go back to from last week on Wednesday to get caught up to till today. He says the majority of those days we were faring quite well until today. Going back to last Wednesday, Pete, how have we fared since?
We done well from last Wednesday till yesterday. We had 7 total cases over that time frame, but today we hit a little spike and went to 9 cases. We had 9 positive cases today.
That's probably the highest single day that we've had. Well, we had several days they were in the 20s, but that's the highest single day we have had in 2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that you're going to be on the lookout for any possible spikes now following the holidays.
Yeah, we're looking to have one this week or first part of next week because of the holidays and a lot of family gatherings and things like that, and that usually seems to get us a few more cases than we normally have. So, yeah, we're looking for a spike in the next week or so.
When we last spoke, you were still working on the first initial 200 doses of vaccines, and then you were also asking for anyone 70 and over to call and get their names on the waiting list to receive some of those. Where are you at today?
We'll run out of our 200 allotment on Wednesday morning. We'll have given them all out. We did get to start on some of the 70-year old and up, but the state sent out a memo last week. We had to bump some other people up in with some other essential services that we didn't have on the list, so we had to stop that at that time. But hopefully we'll get started back on the 70 and over when we get a next dose. Hopefully it'll be another 200 dose allotment for us. And but the problem is we have over 400 on our waiting list on the 70 and overs. So just be patient. We will get to you. It's going to be a process to get everybody vaccinated, but we plan on getting everybody that wants it vaccinated.
The governor today talking about he was not satisfied with the process in general, saying the federal government had I'm sure you saw the statement, but the federal government had underestimated the time that it physically takes for a person or a healthcare provider to give each individual the vaccine, and that's taking longer than what anyone really thought it was. I'm assuming that's not been a problem for the health department yet because we only had 200 doses, but for argument's sake, if we had 2,000 doses, that would become an issue, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would become an issue, but I've talked with some of the providers, and we've talked with Big Sandy College with the nursing programs. So if we got where we needed more people, we could bring in the people to give the vaccination. That won't be a problem. We'll make sure we get the staff to give it as fast as we can.
What's the latest on our school personnel, teachers, staff, otherwise?
I understand that they got an allotment for 173 vaccines to give. The health department will be doing that for the school system. That's out of about a little over 300 employees. So I think about 50 to 55% of the employees signed up for vaccination, and the rest of them denied it.
Wow. Any idea when they will be getting that?
I got an email from Dr. Stack today, who's the Director of Public Health, and he said to plan on it somewhere around February 1st, give or take a week. So that's the way the state seems to work. They kind of think of things and then decide to give you a week or two leeway this way or the other. So I can't give a definite date, but he said somewhere around February 1st.
And again, we're still no idea how big or when our next allotment for the county will be.
No, we hope 200, but I will say that he said that all school systems have to get the vaccine at the same time. So even if they get their vaccines tomorrow, they will not allow us to give it to the school until every single health department gets the vaccine for the school systems, and we give it at the same time.
Any last question I've got is any update from our nursing home?
No, I really didn't get to talk to anybody at the nursing home today. I should have shot them a text this morning, but we got really busy and we had some issues up at the health department today, so I didn't get to check with them. I'll check with them in the morning and find out where the CVS and Walgreens is with that. I'm hearing they're having some problems getting the vaccines for some of the nursing homes, so maybe ours might be one of those.
Shepard mentioned in that interview that the guidelines had been changed by the state in regards to who should be prioritized on that list, and that's why those who were 70 and older without any other complications had been pushed back down for the time being. The state recommending that individuals such as our face-to-face counselors, say at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, our senior citizens staff and the transportation, the bus drivers, medical taxi drivers, and other individuals should have been considered or were to be in these new guidelines that were issued and to receive the vaccine ahead of citizens who were 70 and older. He says those, however, have been administered, as you heard, and now they're going to finish the rest of the next couple of days giving out the last of that initial 200, and we'll let you know when and how many the next round will entail for Magoffin County. The health department also issuing a statement today that if you had eaten at the Camp Pizza restaurant on December the 26th, 8th, 9th, or 30th from 10 to 4, they recommend you monitor yourself for symptoms of the coronavirus. Johnson County Health Department, 10 new cases yesterday, 1,335 total. 6 are currently hospitalized. They've lost 19 Johnson Countyans in part to the coronavirus. They reported 402 cases in the month of December. And in Floyd County, still considered a red county, county went from a 31.71 during the week of December the 18th to 73.45 December the 26th through January the 1st. Their rate for the last 7 days, 75.46. And Floyd County's numbers continue to increase, while Magoffin County is still well into the orange today. Of all the boxes you've been opening, this one right here will always be the tastiest, because inside is our famous recipe for the meal dreams are made of. Hot pies, stuffed with everything you crave. Always hot and always fresh. Always at your Sayersville, Lee's famous recipe. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Drive safe and save this winter at Conley Tire in Staffordsville, or just go to conleytire.net to see the latest specials on thousands of all-season snow and off-road tires in stock every day. And you can take 6 months to pay with no interest at Conley Tire, 297-2424. Now for tonight's Magoffin County Farm Bureau Community Calendar.